Welcome to another episode of the show. I am your host with the most, Chris Talks. Yeah. All right, so our top topic for this episode is a New York man who stabbed twin girls after she refused his advances, turns himself and surrenders to police. Finally, I told y'all this was going to happen. Well, I didn't think he was going to surrender,
Bruh.
but I knew they was going to eventually catch him. So I did this story earlier. I did a story earlier about this. So this is just an update on this. So they caught the guy and he surrendered. All right. So I'm gonna let Sarah, my AI, report this, and as always, I'm gonna give you my view and my opinion at the end of this. So let's get into it. Let's hit it.
The man accused of murdering a 19-year-old woman outside of Brooklyn Deli after she rejected his advances surrendered to police on Friday. B.O. Kelly, 20, turned himself into police, where he was charged with murder, assault, and weapons possession for allegedly fatally stabbing Samia Spain and wounding her twin sister, Sania. Earlier this week, a video circulating on the social media platform X shows Kelly being led out of a station in handcuffs into a car. People can be heard jeering and hurling profanities at the 20-year-old suspect. "You effing clown." One man could be heard on the video yelling directly at Kelly. "He's a clown," the man adds before using stronger language. Both twins went to a bodega with their brother just after 2 a.m. on Sunday to get a snack when they encountered Kelly after he left a local club. Sania told the New York Daily News that Kelly asked Samia for her number. She gave him her Instagram instead. But he became upset when she didn't follow him back. "I grabbed her phone, and I was like, come with me, Sania said. "I was like, why are you talking to that boy?" she said. "I don't want to talk to that boy. He was very aggressive to one of the girls, trying to get her contact information." NYPD Chief of Detectives Joseph Kenney told reporters this week. When they didn't take to his advances, it got verbal and it got physical. Initially, both women and their brother were able to chase Kelly away, but he returned to the bodega armed with a knife and waited outside for them. When the group left the store, police say Kelly stabbed Samia in the neck and chest and stabbed her sister in the arm. Both sisters were rushed to the hospital, where Samia died. Sania recovered from her injuries and was later released. Investigators identified Kelly as a suspect a few days after the stabbing. Police say they found the clothes he wore during the incident at his Bedford-Stuyvesant apartment. But they still haven't found the knife Kelly used. His mother reportedly left town right after a warrant for his arrest was executed. The New York Daily News reported that police were not the only people searching for Kelly. 3 men went door to door in his apartment building trying to track him down. Neighbors said, it's unclear whether the men were looking for Kelly because of the stabbing or an unrelated incident. Police said Kelly had never met Samia or her sister before the fatal encounter at the bodega. A GoFundMe fundraiser was set up by the twin sister, Danisha Goodson, who wrote that the family wanted to organize a beautiful memorial for Samia. Samia Spain was bright-eyed and ready for the world. She was loving, caring and kind, the life of the party, a star in the making, a leader. She had so much more to do in this world, so much more to offer. Goodson wrote on the fundraising page. Samia lost her life to senseless violence, to the fragile male ego. Because violence against women has been normalized and condoned. Samia deserves to be here. She deserves to be celebrated. Donations were poured in starting Wednesday, and nearly $20,000 has been raised as of Saturday morning.
All right, so yeah, let's drop my bomb real quick. Let's get into this one. Like I said before, this one was, like I said, this guy, it was better that he turned himself in. It was much better that he turned himself in. And the reason why I really think he turned himself in is because he knew people were after him. He knew people knew who he was. He knew people was after him. And I guess he figured it'd be better if he turned himself into the cops. I think he knew that. I think he knew it would be better. I mean, come on. This senseless crime. All right. I just had to get that out the way. So let me do a quick background. Give y'all a quick background on this particular episode, this particular topic. Okay, so a few months ago, a few weeks ago, there was two twins who were stabbed because they didn't respond right, according to this person, the right way to his advances. So as a result of that, one of the girls were stabbed. Well, both of the young girls were stabbed. Twin sisters. They was about 19 years old. Twin sisters. So we're just catching up on this and going to more into detail. And it seems that even though this girl, which like I said, is senseless crime to me, because can we give this guy the dummy buzzer again before I forget? Let's give whatever Mr. Weeks or whatever his name is. Let's give him the dummy buzzer one more time, because it's not like the girl didn't respond to him. She gave him her Instagram, but for him that wasn't good enough, and as a result of that, he left, came back, and then proceeded to stab these twin girls. And well, he proceeded to go and stab one, and the other one was defending her sister. Also, the brother too was defending his sisters. But as a result of this incident, this young female, 19 years old, died. And this young man, Mr. Kelly, 20 years old, 20 years old,
Bruh.
has just ruined his life. Now, I want to tell all my listeners, think about it. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? I'm not saying any of my listeners will do that. I don't know y'all personally. I don't know what you would do. But I'm just saying, in situations like this, is it really worth it? You have to think, was there anybody there with this young man that could have stopped him or could have prevented him from going that far? But I wonder, was there anybody else there? Anybody else on his side that was there that could have prevented him? Or was there somebody there that egged him on? I don't know. But I will say this. Be careful who you're around. Be careful who you drink with. And also be careful how much alcohol that you consume. Because this was after a party. So there was alcohol and drugs and all this other stuff that played a part in it. I'm not using it as an excuse. Definitely it is not an excuse.
Bruh.
But we cannot factor out that did play some part in this situation. And the results just happened to be deadly. So, I mean, I think these girls, they did the right thing. They did the right thing. They went in a group, as most parents would teach their daughters to. If you're going to go on a party, go to a party, go in a group. This way you'll have more protection, but the people that's around you gotta be willing to also protect you. In this situation, even though they helped, it did not, it just didn't work out in this situation. So can we drop let's drop a funeral bell for this young lady who lost her life again. Very sad. I know this young man is sitting there now and he's like, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't. But again, I think he turned himself in because of the incident, incidents that transpired behind that, which is even his mom, and I have to say that even his mom left. She got out of Dodge once she found out that a warrant was issued for her son. She got out of Dodge, but I believe she got out of Dodge before that because it does state that people were coming to his house before that. So the hood knew who he was, and they were going to regulate, and they were going to get their version of justice. So I want to give a shout out, and let's give an applause to the hood police. Yeah, we gotta give it. Nah, we going to listen. We gotta do this right. All right. So I want to give an applause to the hood police. No, let's do it right. Thank you. That's for you, hood police. Because we know y'all out there trying to bring justice and fight crime in y'all own way. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
I'm not saying the brother deserves to die, but a beat down is definitely necessary. Definitely necessary. But let's also give a shout out to the NYPD. Let's give them a round of applause for getting whatever information that they had to get to hunt down this guy and to capture him. Because, like I said, this was one of those things. This is one of those senseless crimes. Something that should not have happened. I mean, maybe she didn't respond to his advances the way that he wanted, but she gave him some kind of response, and that should have been enough. Even if she didn't give him a response at all, it doesn't give you the right to take a life over advances because I don't like you. But a lot of people gonna like him in jail, bro.
Bruh.
They gonna tear that ass up. Telling you, they gonna get him. They gonna get him. They gonna hit him.
Bruh.
I'm telling you, because that's something like that in jail. You get into jail like that, and that's somebody's sister. That's somebody's cousin. That's somebody's daughter.
Bruh.
You know what I mean? So he's gonna get. I'm assuming, and this is just my opinion. I give my view and my opinion all the time. This is just my opinion. Just with the charges that's pending against him, and what I could say, what the penalties of them in the state of New York, not even in the city, just in the state of New York, this guy is looking at life in prison. At least 15 years to life. This is something that was, in my opinion, was premeditated because, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because he went home to retrieve a weapon and then come back to the scene with the intentions to do harm. Whether the intention was to commit murder or not, the intention was still to do some type of harm to this girl because she refused his advances. Now, the proper thing would have been was to go home. You know, I mean, yo, this man, he could have went home. You know, could have probably beat his beat.
Wait, what?
You know, something other than picking up a knife. He could have fell asleep.
Bruh.
Something other than picking up a knife and going to seek revenge for something that was so senseless and so petty. But he'll have at least, I think, about at least 25 to life to think about this senseless, stupid, just dumb mistake. But at least we can report, and I'm glad to report that this man has been caught. And to the family, that we send our condolences. He will get due justice. You know what I'm saying? And that's my view, and that's my opinion on that. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I'm actually glad that I'm actually can close one show out to where there's a good result, to where somebody done something bad and they're actually getting caught. I'm still gonna follow up on this story because to me this one was really, really senseless. Not just because it happened to this young girl, of not because she's melanin, because I know some people might play the race card with me. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that this was really a senseless crime. To me, this is really senseless to me. You know what I'm saying? And like to people to people who out there, my listeners who are out there, y'all have daughters. You know what I'm saying? This could have been, and I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying it's going to be, but it could have been your daughter. It could have been your child who some idiot, she didn't want them, and they decide to do something like this. And also to my listeners who have sons, it's this type of, come on, what are you know what I'm saying? Just listen to your kids, so that this situation doesn't have to happen. Because this man, his mother, was at work when this took place. But how much was his mother involved in his life? How much? How much was she around? How much did she talk to him when she was around? Even if she was around for like that little period. You know what I'm saying? It goes into a whole big thing with me when it comes to stories like this, and just really senseless crime of people, just innocent people just losing their lives over nothing. But this is what this show is about. It's about bringing light to these senseless crimes and making and trying to open people's eyes to change. Like, just change your reaction. Just change your reaction. Or teach your kids better. Teach your homeboy better. Talk to your people. That's what I'm saying. Where was the person that was around? That's the question I asked. Where was the person around him? This man didn't go to this party by himself. He probably returned to his house and came out by himself. But he didn't go to this party by himself. So where was the people around him? What were they doing? These are my questions. And I hope that they're yours. All right, listen. I'm going to close this up because I'm done. All right?
Message.
Let me get up out here. Listen, I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I also appreciate that. All right, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification button. Also, feel free to leave a comment because I do read them. You know what I'm saying? So people don't think I read them. I do read them. All right? Right?
Bruh.
All right. Also, stay blessed and not stressed. Until next episode. I guess I'll see you guys again. All right, let's get up out of here. We out.